All right, hello everyone. Once again, I am posting, and I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I am going to give you a few things, few items that you can start stocking up on now that are going to be delicious. That word was delicious. I know it didn't come out right. Going to be delicious. Going to keep you alive. Your family's going to thank you if shit ever hits the fan and you don't have any food. Okay? So let's cue the intro. All right, so back to you. Number one thing that if shit hits the fan that you can stock up on now, that's cheap, and your family's gonna absolutely love you for, if shit ever hits the fan. You ready for this? Number one, first item that I keep at my house. And water is a given. We're not gonna talk about water. We're talking about food tonight, okay? Number one food, peanut butter. Peanut butter. You can go to your local Walmart right now and you can buy 2 big old containers of Jif. And I think they're like 48 ounces each, which is, what's that, that's 96 ounces for like 10 bucks. That's like less than $1 an ounce. I mean, I'm sorry, less than $1 a pound. Is that right? I don't know. Anyway, that's cheap. You can go to a discount store. You can go to Family Dollar. Dollar Tree even probably has. I'm passing one right now. Big Lots where I live. Food Line. You can go buy peanut butter anywhere right now and stock up on it. You can spend like 30 bucks on peanut butter and you got peanut butter for like life. And peanut butter keeps for a very long time. Now, I will advise you on this. If you eat a whole bunch of peanut butter, you will get kidney stones. Or if you're a female, you'll get kidney stones. Now, I can only speak for my wife because that chick used to eat so much peanut butter all the time. And we looked up and that chick had kidney stones. And I felt so sorry for her because I wasn't eating peanut butter like that. But in an emergency situation, a little peanut butter goes a long way. And it fills you up and it tastes good. So, start stocking up now on peanut butter. Number 2, second item. And I'm just talking about stuff that's going to keep you alive. Not really talking about things that are going to be very nutritious, or because you guys know I'm plant-based. I'm plant-based right now, but we get to a point where we have to eat certain things. Hey, you got to do what you got to do when you're trying to survive. We can thrive on plant-based another time, okay? But the number 2 item that you can start stocking up on now, which is something that I do constantly. Y'all ready for this? Hope y'all writing this down. Number 2, canned goods. Canned goods. Okay? I'm gonna tell you a real simple, easy, cheap way of getting your prepping stock up and not really feeling it too much in your budget. Most people in our country go to the grocery store, I don't know, let's say once a week. A real easy way of stocking up on anything, peanut butter, canned goods, is to buy 1 to 5 extra. And you can catch them on sale. 1 to 5 extra, okay, every time you go to the grocery store. You'd be so surprised that within 1 month, and I'm teaching you how to prep on a budget, not feel the pinch, not feel it a whole bunch over a period of time. Now, is the time nigh? Yeah, the time is nigh to start prepping if you haven't started. And who knows when the flag's gonna go up and everything just freaking goes to hell. Who knows when that's gonna happen. But until then, and most of us live on a budget, until then, do it at your pace, do it at your budget, you know. And when you go to the grocery store, see, we don't eat a whole bunch of canned goods. Okay, we eat a lot of fresh. We are truly living a good plant-based diet, lifestyle. We don't eat a whole bunch of canned goods or whatever. I'm prepping. I'm stocking up on them. But while the getting is good, get your fresh in. Okay, get your fruits, get your veggies, because I guarantee you get to the point where you can't get some watermelon, some plums, some peaches, things like that. You're gonna be pretty sad. All right. So while the getting is good, number 1 is peanut butter. Number 2, canned goods. All right, now this is gonna hurt my heart to tell you this. This absolutely has no nutritional value, but in a survival situation, this will do. Only in a survival situation. Don't eat this ever in regular life. You guys are ready for this? It's so cheap right now. Noodles. Ramen noodles, spaghetti noodles. I mean, you can eat spaghetti noodles, but a lot of pasta is not good for you. But in a survival situation, it will fill you up. And you can take some noodles. You can take some spaghetti noodles, and you can take some pasta sauce. This is how we eat pasta now. We eat pasta with spaghetti sauce and noodles. That's our spaghetti. Of course, we have fresh basil growing out in the garden. We can, you can throw some herbs in it, make it taste really good. But start stocking up on the spaghetti sauce, your noodles, ramen or ramen noodles. Start stocking up on the noodles now. They're cheap now, because when the shit hits the fan, you're not gonna be able to find stuff like that. Rice, you can get rice is cheap now when you can find it. Now, on a regular white rice, most of it's plastic, or a lot of it is plastic. Okay, but in a survival situation, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So those are a few items that you can start stocking up on now that will help you in the future, if and when, and God forbid, we hope nothing ever happens where we have to be in a survival situation. However, if it does, you will be more prepared, and that's all it's about. So those are a few items. Actually, I gave you 4 items that you can start prepping now that are really cheap, and you can start stocking up on. And when I say go get rice, I'm talking about get 20 and 50 and 100 pound bags. Don't get little 5 pound bags. That's a waste of time. And in an upcoming video in the future, I will show you and teach you how to store those things where they will last for years. I'm talking about 10, 15, 20 years down the road. And you won't have to worry about them as long as you keep the mice away from it, as long as you keep everything stored in a cool, dry place, you'll have food. Because in the future, if and when something happens, if you got food, you're going to be happy. And your neighbors are not going to be so happy. So, this is Plant-Based Homestead Prepper. Thanking you for being here. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of you who have subscribed so far. If you like what I'm teaching and what I'm talking about, consider subscribing. Okay? I am trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up with all the big boys right now. I need your help. And I think I have an interesting enough life, and I think I got a message that can help you. Okay? I'm going to teach you about the plant-based lifestyle. I'm going to teach you about creating a homestead in the city, in an urban environment. We're trying to get out the city. We're trying to get out, get out the urban environment, but it takes time. It takes time, okay? It may take us another 10 years to get out, but guess what? We're making progress. We're moving toward that direction. And we're going to teach you how to prep. And hopefully, and God forbid, and hopefully we have some time that it never happens in our lifetime. And if it never happens, guess what? You're still prepared. But the worst time to need a life ring and not have one is when you're in the water. Right now, we're on the ship. We're comfortable. Everything's good. We're smooth sailing. Make sure you get you a life ring now, so that when you fall overboard, you won't have to yell for help. You already got it, and you can help somebody else. Get yourself to the point where you got enough preps for you and your family and your household, and then you can start teaching other people how to do it. Because for every person that you teach now, how to prep, how to stock up, how to store water, how to. That's one less person that you potentially have to help or harm or kill when a situation, arises. God forbid, and unfortunately, if something happens and it's the difference between your family and somebody else's family, and somebody's threatening your family, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for you not to protect your family. Okay? So take this serious. We're not trying to go there. We hope that never happens. But guess what? If you prep for it, hey, you're prepped. And get your neighbors involved. Talk to them. Be like, hey, look, do you see what's going on in the world? Do you see the unemployment? Do you see what's going on with the government? Do you see how housing is hitting a bubble? Do you see the stock market right now? And are you prepared if anything ever happens? Do you have enough water? Do you have this? Do you have that? Because, are you going to open your doors to your neighbors? Are you going to give? Because I've always been taught if you teach a man how to fish, he can fish for a lifetime. But if you give him a fish today, you got to give him a fish tomorrow too. And that's kind of where I've been guilty with some of my neighbors. I've been giving them fish. But you got to get to the point where it's all about tough love. And sometimes tough love is the best love, because you teach people to be self-sufficient. We have a hard job, folks. We have a hard job. We got a lot of work ahead of us. All of us. So thank you again for being here. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate you. I'm going to do a video where I'm going to call each and every one of your name out. I'm going to try to do that every week. I haven't picked a day yet where I just come in and I thank each and every one of you. I don't know how successful that'll be. I don't even know if anybody else is doing that. I don't think anybody's doing it. But while we're small, hey, and while we're a small community, I can do stuff like that. All right. So again, thank you for being here. God bless. Take care.